Okay, good afternoon to everyone. We're starting. My name is Katrina, Russian Information Center in India. We are DMC for Russia and CIS countries. For those one who will be delayed, this record will be available on our YouTube channel. So today we will shortly and briefly tell the main things what you need to know before start selling Russia and CIS countries to your Indian clients, to your Indian travelers. I will tell about different countries, how they differ from each other, what is the main visa process, flight informations, what basic place to see, to visit in each countries, and how to make position each country, why people have to travel there. Also, we will talk a little bit about new flights, and I will try to explain why and how to travel on the cheap airlines, low cost, and without luggage. So let's start. First, few words about what is CIS countries. Before 1990s, there was one biggest country in the world that was called USSR. For political reason, it was fall apart. And after that, created another 15 separate independent countries, which are absolutely independent from each other. They're absolutely different by culture, language, and traditions. Only one what is connected with each other of these countries is the common that we was all together for 70 years under USSR, and all of us, all these nations talk one language, Russian. Out of 15 countries that create after USSR fall apart, the basic tourist destination become only 7. I had not marked here Russia location, everybody knows, but I want you to see on the map how other countries is situated. So there is 3 countries together, which is Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan, so-called stans. So they are located nearby. They have little similar culture, but still they are different from each other. And another 3 countries is Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. They are located between Black and Caspian Sea, and it's so-called Caucasus region. We start with Russia. I hope Russia everybody already knows, and everybody already sent a lot of tourists to Russia. That's why very shortly. There is a direct flight from Delhi to Moscow, still Aeroflot. Right now it is not showing in any system due to political reason, but it's still operated almost every day. And nowadays the fare has become quite low. You can catch your seats with but only with 10 kg hand luggage for 36,000 rupees to way, Delhi, Moscow, Delhi, which make you think that let's start again to sell Russia as before COVID. Visa is still stamp visa. It's required around 7 working days. Better to do it in advance, and it's quite costly, 10,000 rupees. But from the documents, you need only passport and photo. We as a tour operator providing you invitation letter, and we will take care about the visa process after you confirming package with us. Nowadays, today, the rate of rubles to dollar is very attractive. That's why the package to Russia can be quite cheap. So what is main? What is Russia? Actually, Russia is a huge country. It's very difficult to say shortly, but I will try. In this country, you can find everything from heritage to nature, architecture, rich culture. The main cities is Moscow, St. Petersburg, and 90% of the tourists go there. But don't forget that there is much more places to see, is Kazan, Tatarstan region, Sochi on the Black Sea, Lake Baikal, Murmansk with Aurora lights, and Golden Ring cities, which is around Moscow, which is the ancient Russian traditional cities. So here I will tell how people move between these locations. Such I will tell about each particular countries. Russia is big, and you have to use speed trains or normal trains between the cities, otherwise flights. So here in each country, I will tell 6 or 7 basic main must-see points in each country, which you have to consider. And if some client will come to your office and ask how you can tell me briefly what I will see in each country. So you can show them these pictures to understand the basic. Definitely in each country, there is much more to see. And in each country, you can spend a lot of time. So Moscow city tour with its Kremlin and Red Square. It's in Moscow, as well as Metro 2, usually happening in Moscow. Then we move by train to St. Petersburg, and we do St. Petersburg city tour, which is quite various. St. Petersburg is an amazing city, absolutely European, like Rome, London, and maybe even more beautiful. Absolutely European and beautiful city. Usually we bring them to Hermitage Museum, which is biggest museum in the world, and it's if you stand in each exponent for 1 minute, it will take you 9 years to see all exhibition. And Petergov Park and Palace, which is suburb of St. Petersburg, and it is built as Versailles, and again, maybe even better. So then we start next country, which is Kazakhstan. It's the second biggest country in CIC. It's bordering with Russia, and it has 2 locations, which we discuss now. The first location, which more famous, is Almaty. And a long time back, already Air Astana flight existing, direct Delhi, Almaty, Delhi. Great about Kazakhstan that it is absolutely free e-visa. It's on arrival. You don't need to have any documents with you. You just need to land at the airport and they will stamp your visa and the passport for Indian tourists. Packages is quite cheap and quite interesting. So what to see in Almaty and how to sell it? Almaty is a city surrounded by mountains, and that's why it is beauty. City is the mix of Europe and Asia, and during this trip you can experience nomad culture of Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a nomad people traditionally. So the main location, which is around Almaty, is Almaty itself, and surrounding of it is Sik Lake and Charin Canyon. You can move between the location only by private transfers. Almaty city tour is interesting because it's again mix of European architecture and little bit East architecture. Then we do Koktebe Park, which is located inside Almaty city, which take usually half day. It's a park on the mountain, and you can go there by the ropeway. Shimbolak is the ski resort, which is located 30 kilometers from Almaty. You can go by ropeway on the height of 3,000 meters, and there all year round you can see the snow, even in summertime. Near Shimbolak, there is a everyday daily falcon show, which is traditional for nomad people, where you can see how birds flying, and it is 1.5 hour performance, which is very attractive for tourists. 150 kilometers from Almaty is Sik Lake. It's a beautiful picturesque lake, and there is few sightseeing on the way, so it's a full day tour from Almaty and back. Another destination near Almaty is also 150 kilometers other way, is Charin Canyon. So it's take also 1 full day. People can spend there a long time. It's very beautiful to click pictures and all, very unique landscape. Very short time back, the new destination is open for Indian tourists in Kazakhstan, which called Turkestan. Please don't mix with the country Turkmenistan. It's completely different. It's just similar in the sound. It's completely different because it's have completely different route, different culture, etc. It's located on south of Kazakhstan. And from 22nd of May, there is a new flight, Delhi-Shymkent, Delhi. I will talk about this little later. It's a new low cost, which allowed us to sell CIC countries on quite low price. It's again free e-visa. It's on arrival, the same as for Almaty. So what is Turkestan and what is attractive there? How to sell it? Firstly, you need to know that a short time back, they built a huge infrastructure there, and the city Turkestan look like a Dubai, but for sure with its unique cultural things. Turkestan is a part of the Silk Route, so they create the unique atmosphere of that Silk Route with the luxury around. And definitely also can experience the nomad culture, which is also there. The main location around there is Shymkent, which is the airport, where is Delhi-Shymkent flight. And it's just 2 hours ride by road to Turkestan city. And you have to move by private transport between the cities. So what you can see in Turkestan, the main thing is Caravanserai complex, which is around 3 to 4 square kilometers. It's a unique itself. You can spend there one full day with family, friends, party, etc. They have daily shows, a lot of entertainment. This show happens every day, and it's on the level of very, very high. It's happening in the night with the music, fountain, laser, and performances with the dancers and actors. It's self-resort caravanserai, which has a lot of rooms and it's very big. So when we have stopover in Turkestan, it's recommended to stay there as they have not high rates for the 5-star, and it will be very good experience for you. From Turkestan, by the way, you can travel to all across other CIC countries. Turkestan city, which is built around that resort, is also modern and very interesting. You can walk around, use electric car, ride gondola. They build new artificial channels there. But they preserve very nicely UNESCO heritage. It's a mausoleum of Ahmed Yusui. It's a 13th century heritage. It's a huge area of ancient place, which is similar to Uzbekistan. Nearby Turkestan is the ancient 12th century Atrar fortress and Akmishit cave, which is located in 200 meters under the ground. So go next is Uzbekistan, which is bordering with Turkestan. I think it's one of the most famous country among you. So shortly, as of now, there is Uzbekistan airline, direct flight ex-Delhi, but there is a lot of other airlines also who flying to Uzbekistan. It's an e-visa, which costs $21 and a very easy process, takes just 3 working days. You need just scan passport and photo and personal information. So what is Uzbekistan? It's an ancient country, which is all connected to Great Silk Route, and all heritage is around about Great Silk Route. But in the same, and it's all about 3 cities: Tashkent, Samarkand, Bukhara. There is also other cities, but for that you need to have little longer time to travel, which is Khiva, also Fergana region. But mostly famous is Tashkent, Samarkand, and Bukhara. Between these 3 cities, there is a speed trains, normal trains. New development is a local flight, also low cost. Silk Route, it's called, a new airline, which cost not more expensive than the speed trains. So there is some problem that sometimes speed train is not available between the cities, but now the government created these flights, which makes very easy to travel. And in the last case, the cities located not far from each other, and you can use private transport between these cities. So what you can see in Uzbekistan is Tashkent, which is in the same time very modern city, very developed. You can spend there several days, and it's a mix of ancient culture also. Samarkand, and on the photo you can see the famous Registan Square, which is part of the Silk Route. So there is many sites to see, and people minimum 1 day has to stay there. But if they're interested in the ancient history and architecture, you can easily spend there 3 days. Bukhara, also part of the Silk Route, which also usually people spend there 1 day, but if they wish, they will find what to do for the 3 or even 5 days. The next country is Kyrgyzstan. There is a direct flight between Delhi and Bishkek, which is Air and Amad. It's only 1 time a week. So you can make an entry only for 1 day. But there is many other airline who is flying to Kyrgyzstan. It is Air Astana, ex-Almaty, or Uzbek Airways, ex-Tashkent. It is e-visa. It takes a little more longer time and a little more expensive. And to Kyrgyzstan, you need to have an invitation from registered DMC in Kyrgyzstan. Otherwise, you will not get a visa. We are providing such invitation if you're confirming package with us. So what is Kyrgyzstan? It's a mountain country. Mostly it's located on above 2,000 meters. So it's an amazing sceneries and nature. And it's famous for its nomad culture and for its Issyk-Kul lake. The main location of Kyrgyzstan is Bishkek, Chelpon-Ata, Karakol. The mode of transport between location is only private transport. And it's recommended to spend there at least 4 nights, but actually better 1 week. You will see later after. Bishkek is a capital, it's a modern city. And everything is located around the Sikul Lake, which is amazing and beautiful. It's itself located on 2,000 high meters, and it's surrounded by mountains. Alarcha is near Bishkek. It's a gork, which is close to Bishkek, 30 kilometers from Bishkek. Chelponata, it's already on a Sikul Lake. You have to spend there 3-4 hours on the road. It's the closest point on a Sikul Lake on the north side of a Sikul. Canyon Fairy Tale, I especially mark it, is the pearl of Kyrgyzstan. It's located on south side of Kyrgyzstan. And Sonkul Lake, which is located on 4,000 height, which is on the north of Bishkek. So you just can see which different sceneries you can see in Kyrgyzstan, and there's a lot of location. I cannot put all on the screen, but it's really very beautiful and interesting country. And you can experience real yurts. People still live in yurts, nomads, and it's not only touristic places, it's real, true experience of yurt nomad people. The next country is Azerbaijan. I will not talk more about it. I'm sure you know a lot about it. It's one of the most famous, and it's already open for Indian tourists long time. It's an e-visa. It's $21, and it's take only 3 days, and there is a speed process that you can have e-visa for 1 day only. You require only scan passport and photo. There is a direct flight, local Azerbaijan airline, but the good news that very shortly, Indigo airline will start direct flight to Baku and to Georgia, Tbilisi. It will start from August. They still not announced the price, but hope it will be good price. And Azerbaijan is quite not expensive destination. You can see the price of average package there. So what is Azerbaijan? It's a mix of luxury, of East and European heritage. But there is also many more apart Baku city, which is amazing by itself. The main location is Baku, Gabala, Sheki. So in Baku, you can spend 1-2 days easily, and it's called Baku City Tour. It's a mix of old city and modern structures. Absheron Tour, what we call, is where located the most ancient Zoroastrian temple, fire temple. Next is Gabustan Tour with its mud mulkanas. It's Absheron and Gabustan located near Baku, only 30 kilometers both. And Gabala, 3 hours drive from Baku. It's a mountain resort. Nearby Gabala is Sheki town, which is very old town and can mix together with Gabala. And one interesting place that called Hinalik on the east of Baku, it's 150 kilometers. The people who live there say that they are the grandson, daughters of Noi. And they say that the most ancient place in the world. And if you go there, you will see really how people lived 2,000 years back. It's called Sinalik. And Georgia, the most promising destination. Last, it's opening very short time for Indian tourists. So they revive e-visa process. Is the most difficult process compared to other CIS countries because you need to submit Aadhaar card, bank statement, pass verification through Aadhaar by OTP, but it's worth to do it because Georgia is completely European destination. We just come back from there and it is amazing place. It's absolutely like Europe, but it's also a mountain country. So a new update that UAE residents, USA and Shenzhen visa holders get Georgian visa absolutely free on arrival. So what is Georgia? It's a very ancient country, which is 3,000 years old with its own tradition and culture, but it's very open to European mentality. That's why when you are there, you feel like you're in Europe. There is a lot of flights going to Georgia from Europe. So on the city for Tbilisi, you will feel like in Paris, by the public, by people, and etc. So Tbilisi itself is an amazing city. There is another city that's called Batumi. It's located on the Black Sea. And Kutaisi, which is in the between of it. Why I talk about Kutaisi? Because Kutaisi has a new airport, where you can land with a lot of low-cost carrier. So your travel to Georgia will be much cheaper. And its infrastructure in Georgia developed very well. There is a speed trains between cities, public AC buses with the screens and all. So it's very easy to travel and get tickets on the spot. Otherwise, you can go by private transport. It's quite small country. Small, but what you can see there, it's even 1 month not enough to see what is there inside. So Tbilisi city, I already tell, it's like a European capital. Mtskheta, it's an old capital of Georgia, located just 15 kilometers from Tbilisi. Most famous cave city, it is around 2.5 hour drive from Tbilisi. Kakheti, wine region. Everybody knows that Georgia is famous for its wine. So there is a lot of wineries in this place, and this particular town called Love Town for its narrow and beautiful streets. Kazbegi region, this is where you can see the highest tops of 5,000 and more peaks with a lot of small ancient castles and churches. It's a very beautiful sceneries. And other city with completely different view is Batumi, because it's located on the south and on the Black Sea, and it's more influenced by Turkey or Bulgaria, or I don't know. It's a mix of all culture, absolutely. All the city is like one pedestrian zone, which is located through along the Black Sea. It's very modern and very, very nice. So it was very shortly, very briefly about the countries. Now I want to tell a few words about which possibilities we have on the flight. So for sure, there is a lot of flights and you always can check the system, but with new low cost that appeared, which is not, which you cannot see on the common system of the flight, make us travel very easy. And if you use little bit brain and little bit smartness, you can create an itinerary which will cost little cheaper. So start with Kyrgyzstan. It starts on 22nd of May and is going 2 times a week from Delhi to Shymkent, which is located in south of Kazakhstan, visa-free country. From it can be a hub for any other destination. Kyrgyzstan has connection with almost all capitals of CIS countries, and if you can get the low fare, sometimes it's $50, sometimes it's even maybe $25. So you can travel from Shymkent to any other destination and make stopover in Turkestan, which I was told previously. And the flight from Delhi to Shymkent, one way, starts from $48. So you can see on the screen, the tickets mostly available only on their website. And please be very attentively, this price is on their currency, tenge. You have to divide it onto 450. So this 22,000 tenge, it's mean $48. So in there you can see different schedule, different cities, what is included, so you can combine packages using this airline. We create few packages ourselves using Kyrgyzstan, and we have these beautiful flyers. If you want, we can share it with you. Just let us know. So the first, for sure, the most cheapest itinerary is just Turkestan. We can say it's a weekend package. Or whatever, it's not weekend, from Monday to Thursday or from Thursday to Monday. So it's only Turkestan, and believe me, you will be happy to stay only there. There's quite a lot to see. Sorry. And what is other you can do using only one country, Kazakhstan, it's Turkestan and Almaty. There is a direct flight from Turkestan itself to Almaty, which sometimes costs $20 only. So you can do it mixing these 2 destinations, Turkestan and Almaty. The next most cheapest combination of 2 countries is Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Kazakhstan, I mean Turkestan, south of Kazakhstan, because Turkestan and Shymkent connected with each other by road, and it takes only 3 to 4 hours with the border, and e-visa is valid in this case. So you can do together Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. So here on the screen you can see these options. Other option, from Shymkent you can fly to Georgia, which is also very cheap, and sometimes ticket from Shymkent to Kutaisi is only $50. You just need to catch the correct dates. And there you can go from Georgia, you already can come back to India, various airlines, and hopefully soon Indigo will start. And hopefully it will give low rates, so we can come back from Tbilisi to India on the cheap rate. So that's what I just explained by words, how we can mix together different mode of transport, mode of stay, so that your package will become cheap. You always can ask us the question, like if suppose some tourists want to travel to CIS countries and you don't know where to send him, let him first see the country itself and select which country he wants to visit, 1 or 2 together, or even 3 together. And there is always the way to mix it together such a way that your itinerary will be cheap. So there is many options in that. I just try shortly to explain you, but start to work with us and slowly you will become expert in that. And it can be a very good options compared to Europe, because here you can see East and West in one together with Georgia or Azerbaijan. So on the screen, you will see the countries which is bordering with each other by land. What does it mean that you can see, you can make cheap packages? It's very important information. Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia connect together by land. So it's mean that you can go in one point, say Baku, by land, you can go to Georgia, and then from Georgia by land, you can go to Armenia and fly out from Armenia. And same way, the next combination, you can see it on the screen. You can mix together Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, etc., and vice versa. So one more airline is there, Wizz Air, you might know about it. So they just create a new structure which based in Abu Dhabi. So before it was only European airline, now Abu Dhabi shake hands with them and they have a hub in Abu Dhabi. From Abu Dhabi, actually, you can fly by this airline in various destinations. And the fare starts from $33 one way. So you can see that in the screen. Abu Dhabi connected to Georgia, to Baku, to Bishkek, to Almaty, to all CIC countries. And what to tell you about traveling without with hand luggage only. I know that Indians like to take a lot of luggage with them, many changes, many sari and their own food, etc. But I think hopefully soon this trend will change and people will understand that it's better to pay less and travel more rather than to carry with them huge suitcase which they are not using during the flight. Here I put on the screen few arguments which you can show to your tourists, maybe it will work, and it will save not only money of the client, it will save the time because of stopover, check-in, check-out, and etc. There is many arguments for that. So it will say it can save you at least $200 to $300 on one trip if you will travel only with hand luggage. A few words about us. This is our website, russinfo.in. You can go on the section of destination, and if you press on it, you will see various information about each destination. There is totally around 3,000 articles. So you can read about it, download photos, etc. So it's like that. It's divided into sections, Moscow, St. Petersburg, and other countries. If you press on it, you will see each article like this, and each photo description you can save, you can use it in the further promotion when you're talking with the clients. Also, we will share with you our photo albums. Just recently, we was traveled by Kyrgyzstan on their first flight on 22nd May, and we was visit 3 countries, Turkestan, means Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Georgia. So there is around 3,000 photos, and it's on our Google Drive. You can use these photos absolutely free. You can share it with your own client. And by this photo album, you might understand better what you see exactly by using Kyrgyzstan, by see these destinations, and it might admire your client more. Also, we have such Dropbox links where we save all of our packages. You can save this link and you always can see updates there. It's sorted out as per countries and as per MICE groups and family groups. On our section on our website, our team, you can see our current contacts. And in the last, I want to introduce Kruti, our sales head.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, our contacts is on the screen. First number is my number and second number is Kruti number. Kruti, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for being with us today. As Katerina said, I'll be doing sales, marketing, and customer service. I'm the person you reach out if you have any questions, any queries, anything. Apart from English, I speak 5 other languages, including Hindi, Gujarati, Punjabi. So please feel free to reach out in any manner you feel like, in any questions. We do have another session coming up with all the questions. Please don't log off. You can join in using the same link. How much time do we have on that, Katrina? We have some minutes.
We have 6 minutes, and I just want to take one more point, which I forget to tell, regarding Indian and local food. So actually,
important.
yeah, very important. We know that we are running India-friendly programs, so we know that very well. We are teaching hotels in CIS countries to be India-friendly, to cook Indian food, to provide tea kettles, free drinking water, connector to their plugs that they can use their mobile device, etc. So we know how it is important. Veg giants, Indian food everywhere actually available. There is a lot of Indian restaurants, plus we are training hotels by our Indian chef. They are traveling to that destination to train hotel chef to cook Indian food, that we can serve Indian food at the hotel itself. But I would say a few words about the local cuisine. Yes, Russia is a pure European destination, and it's quite difficult to adjust for Indians. There is mostly no spices, they use less salt, etc. But all Asian countries, and even Georgia, Caucasus region, they are very orientated to similar to India. They use spices, they have a lot of vegetarian options. And when you're traveling to CIS countries, it's very recommended to try local cuisine also. For sure, not all. Many of them included beef. I know all Indians are not eating beef. So, but we know many dishes which is pure vegetarian or only with chicken that will suit all Indian stomach. So it's highly recommended to do that and mix in your lunch or dinner some Indian dish and some local dish, which if you give us group we are providing, we will help with the menu that your tourists will like it. Yeah, we have another 4 minutes, so if you have any question, we can start questions now. Otherwise, later you can join the same link and we will continue to answer your questions. Yes, welcome. All of your mics, I think, open. I don't know. 1 second. Yes, please.
Should I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, very good morning, Catherine, and good morning to everybody. I'm Russ Info Center. My question is that, as you said, that only 5 kgs baggage is allowed, okay, and baggage. Yeah. So
yeah, it is.
What about the?
Yeah, it is in Kyrgyzstan. In Wizz Air, it is 10 kg.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
In Kyrgyzstan, it is 5 kg. In Wizz Air, which is go ex Abu Dhabi, it is 10 kg. And definitely you can buy extra luggage. I tell you approximately the cost. It is around $75 per sector for one bag, check-in bag.
One check-in bag, $75. What is the kilo?
No, per one check-in bag.
No, that is a one piece of check-in bag.
Yeah, one piece of check-in bag, which is 20 kilo.
20 kilo, that is clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was my question. And if it is more than 10 kilo, let's say 11, will it be allowed also or not?
They will ask you to make check-in luggage. And honestly to say, if you have a client who is not ready for only hand luggage, it's better for them to travel on normal airline. Because when you start to buy luggage from low cost, it's become more expensive rather than to use normal airline, not low cost.
Yes.
It's only for budget.
Yes.
Yeah, like for budget travelers, only like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
There is quite a lot. Not low cost airlines, which is going like Gulf Air, Oman Air, Fly Dubai, Air Arabia, like at least 10 or 15 airlines, which is going to CIS countries, and depends on the route we always can select. So why I'm focused on Kyrgyzstan? Just to attract this particular segment of people who is ready to travel with hand luggage, who want to save money and see more rather than to pay for the luggage.
Yes. Okay. Now one more question I have, if I'm sending my travelers by, let's say, Azerbaijan, Baku, that's the same airlines I'm sending, but the airlines is also providing, I think, 20 kilo free luggage. Am I right?
Yeah. It depends. Again, we always need to see on the particular tariffs and all. So
Okay.
we're talking about only two low cost here is Flyristan and Wizz Air. All other is not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hi, Katrina. This is Mukesh from Ajay Travels. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Okay. Like, I just wanted to understand the payment process. Like, if we book a MICE package with your DMC, what how do we have to make the payment and what all kind of invoices you provide towards